I served on 2 different islands in Vanuatu. While I was serving, missionaries were only on 6 islands, and sisters were only on 2. I served on Efate for the first 7 months of my mission, and I finished the last 11 months of my mission on an island called Espiritu Santo. Just a little bit about those 2 islands. Efate is the capital. That's where Port Vila is. It's probably the most developed island, I would say. It has more paved roads than any of the other islands. It has a movie theater. It has a lot more things. And that's where the cruise ships usually go. They have one almost every single day of the year. And that is a lot of where a lot of the money comes from. The people will go and they will sell things at the market, or they'll sell things down by the cruise ship to all of the tourists. The tourists usually come from Australia or New Zealand, and the natives, or the Nivans, call them white men. So whenever you see a white person, they're called the white men. And that was very, very different for me at first, being the only white person and never seeing a white person for the whole entire day. I made lots and lots of babies cry because I was the first white person that they ever saw. So on Efate, there is a huge market, and that is where we did most of our shopping. It's right next to the ocean. And so on P-Day, the missionaries would go to an internet cafe, and we would pay per hour to email our family. And then afterwards, we would usually go across the street to the big market. And that's where you get all your fruits and vegetables, your bananas, your coconuts, your manioc, taro, kumala, your onions, your pineapple. What else do they have? Just all your island food. One of my favorite foods were the island berries and the pineapple. Pineapple in January is incredible. It is so good. And then after we do our shopping, we go to the Abar Marché, and that's the biggest store in Vanuatu. On the other island that I served in Santo, they just had a smaller store, and that was about the size of a gas station. But on Efate, it's probably the size of maybe 2 gas stations, I guess. But that's where you could get your chicken and your, if you wanted soda or chips or sauces and stuff like that. That's where you could get that, is at the Abar Marché. When I first got there, I had a companion who grew up in an island similar to Vanuatu, and so she wasn't used to eating the same things that I was. And so we did a lot of our shopping at the Chinese stores along the street. There's a lot of Chinese people that live in Vanuatu. And we were eating lots of rice and lots of tin black tuna, soaked in oil every single day. And I was getting super, super sick. And then some of the other missionaries told me, there's another store where you can get kind of normal food. And so that's when I was able to start eating kind of like American, as similar to an American as you can get when you're in the Pacific Islands. In Efate, we had a lot of success with the people. And I think because it was the first 7 months of my mission. And I served in one of the poorer areas in Vanuatu. They're all pretty poor. It is a third world country. But these people seemed especially poor. They were very humble and very willing to accept the gospel. And so we did have a lot of success there. The island had previously been hit by the cyclone, and I think that had prepared the hearts of the people. Efate is the only island in Vanuatu that has a stake on it, and therefore has wards as well. And most of the wards meet in normal buildings, so brick buildings, or wood buildings.